Yeah, welcome. We are going to talk about Teleious Ascending, the school in Champions Online. So yeah, basically, Teleious Ascending is the best place for you to learn the game and apply effect, learn effect existing or effect damage layers, how to block them, how to like move away, or how to use your crowd control to interrupt them or keep them still. It's very easy. Let's go with healer first. Then ground. We're gonna first with ground. Usually we start with ground, so you only need one tank, and support can kind of like, yeah, as a support you should be able to kind of like often heal. It's really not hard. This is where I developed this build, and so yeah, okay, let's get started. Like the thing you saw, okay, that our DPS walked into it, like is the green poo, like we call it green goo. So as you saw, when he foams you at the beginning, like it will deal instant damage. Then later, like second later, it's gonna deal like a dot, like damage over time, and you want to block. And since it's kind of like spread out, like you can kind of like run, block his like this foam, insta damage, and then you can run, you can again like run and then block when you know he's gonna apply that damage over time, and then wait for it to expire on you. So yeah, this is how you crowd control like ads. Okay, like I wasn't here, I was intending to add. So as a tank you want to kind of like, and as a DPS you want to hold a little bit because your support is kind of like busy. So yeah, I'm just gonna let this play out. Like there are two types of boom. This boom was one that's very close. Now this is across the whole area. So that's the one you need to block when you're in range. So yeah, this applies stun whether you cannot block stun. He knocks you. So if you know how the effect layer works, you can block his knock and you take full damage. And yeah, so I'm gonna show it with tank how to do this. And yeah, this is it. Like that's all to this to ground. Like really not much. So occasionally you check. Okay, yeah, this was one. Now the next one's gonna be very close, so you as a range don't need to block. Again, you see the main thing blocking. And yeah, let's go to the next one. There is so much to cover. We want tank, ground. Okay, so I show this how to build. I'm gonna show it like here again. Like again, like let tank build aggro at first. Like you need to block a lot of stuff. Again, like late block, and then I didn't block any. As you see me, like I run and block when I need to, then I release my block, run again, then I block when I again like when damage over time is gonna apply to me. Like that's the thing you need to be aware. Like okay, again same thing. You have kind of 1 second time to run to release your block before they start. If you kind of didn't create mess. Okay, like these things also knock you, so again you always want to block knocks, like effects. Knock is an effect, so you want to block it. So again, like jump with the block, then jump with the block out, like jump in, jump out with the block. So yeah, this thing you cannot block stun, but yeah, I'm gonna get knocked. I'm gonna show like how you can do near the wall, and this is how you stack this goose. And yeah, that was full block. No, that was effect layer block. It was successful, and this one was failure. And that's thing that's fun about Grown, kind of like you can play around this and getting whooped around the room. And this is how you near the wall organize like puddles. Uh, Usually you will have to drag him, constantly drag him, and so DPS can kind of like follow you. Not to worry about Goose. I'm gonna let it play a little bit more, and yeah, that's it. Like, just pay attention, like how I'm blocking, like what I'm doing, like how I'm releasing. Like, you can just pause and you will see when something applies, like how intervals works to his and to his animations, and yeah, let's go to the Gravitar. We gonna go as DPS. I think no. Mm, is it this one? No, I think it's here. Wait, give me a moment. Gravitar is this one. Okay, Gravitar. So this is where you can learn how to DPS efficiently on her. Uh, like same for support is same as Grown, but you can instead like CC them. Like you can CC them, like organize them like how I organize those little groundlings. But as well, you can kind of like join tank them and jump from one side to other. Like I'll show you like how it kind of works at the last boss. Kinda you can see it. So again, like tank stuff I'm gonna explain when we are tanking. Again, you just move and go back, and you pop your devices that buff your damage, but they need time to activate. But since you are already away from the boss, you need time to go back. So again, like you're using time efficiently. So again, like run back, go back. Yeah, like you will see me here dying, like here, like or often healer was kind of like goofing around, but right. Like again, like you being aware of what how your DPS works. Like I want to stack my Eagle H, so if there is another mob I need to 2 attacks and I'll have 5. If not, I'll need to do full combo for if it's only one ad. And again, like you run back, and if you have something you pop. If you want to Shadow Strike it, like you need time to activate it, and yeah, like okay, this thing like you seem like blocking at the end and then releasing. Okay, now this thing you see how Quill dies because she was too late to leave. Like that's the thing. You need to know the timings when stuff are applying. That's why you see me like so here like I was a bit slow and I died. Like it can happen. You can kind of run from this. I done it, but again like it's failure. Again, as a healer, as you saw how Term is like healing, like he's constantly running around. Yeah, I will not even need to show healing. And yeah, that's about it as DPS. Like everything is like repeat. Like you can kind of like pause and like look at it. Um, you're gonna look from like tank. So fun thing like also here you can learn tank. So if you saw her gazer using gazer when she knocks you up, you can kind of like this thing like you can kind of like jab block you want to block her like knock. I mean it's kind of like full block, but you are doing fast attacks, so you can apply damage and threat. So I'm gonna let it play a little bit. This thing Kiga also does, like it's fun to tank him like this. If you play this mini game with them, like this was block, fail, block. fail block, fail block, block, fail block. As you can see, like when I was recording this, I haven't done this in a while, ages, like I think years. But again, like when you get better, like it's actually fun. And you see me here switching to DPS role. As I said, like a lot of the bosses are joke, they deal no damage, and yeah, that's it. Next one is next one is kind of like Dino, but he's a I really don't want to show him. I'm gonna just show like Medusa. Like there are other like content creators that kind of show them and explain them. I'll just be briefly like part. So when she summons like her, when she uses this pink wireframe, you want to full block so you don't die as DPS, and you want to go collect maximum 2 orbs. Like can I cannot see that. Like you'll see debuff below yourself, and we're gonna let this play out, and you'll see like you want to have max 2 orbs. She summons 6, and if one survives, you are wiped. In if you pick 3, you are wiped. You can use Calesta and cleansing on yourself and pick 3. It can kind of bug out, and you can see someone went there, and I switch. So again, like, and in the meantime, you pop Draysha like to buff your damage since you'll be running. And yeah, like, I'm gonna let it play so you can see what she does. Again, if you fail block, you'll die here. You can see, can I read my damage? Kind of like, oh, there were 2, but I picked 1 and Cold picked 2nd, and yeah, this is the whole thing about Medusa. I'm not gonna go over it. Like there are people that explain it more detail. I'll just go briefly now. We're gonna go Teleious. You can do this with crowd controller also. See, often heal. So let's go Teleious. This is with sleep. This is more the best thing how you can learn this. It's really kind of like it gives you time to think. Like this build gives you time to think when you run with sleep. With sleep. So again, he's gonna summon poison. You're gonna see DPS rotating them like after with 35 stacks. It deals percentage HP. The reason why I have like 7k healer and not 10k. And so again, you want to occasionally heal them. Again, you will see issue with eradicate. Like he brought like 70k HP healer, and the poison deals percent in HP. So he just inflates so much faster that usually I would just use bionic on 7k DPS and just go do my stuff like CC. Like you can just look at it like this is basic crowd controlling. And yeah, you'll see me here complaining like oh, right now I realize that he's like again, like I'm taking again, like telling him don't take poison, you have too much HP. Like it's pain in ass to heal you, especially when I'm like often healing. Like it's pain in ass. And yeah, this is how you can just watch and enjoy how you crowd control. um, yeah, so occasionally you throw bionic, you throw like bubble on them, on the guy that's poisoned. And I rarely use Infinity, but in this case I do. Sometimes I use Vitality. And yeah, you want to keep leech on your odds, kind of like you want to have some sustain if stuff go wrong, and they can go. Again, like you want to summon. Right now I didn't have time, but you want to summon your E-bones like after he uses his pink wireframe. And again, like you'll see me stealing from him because again, like healing healing him is pain in the ass. Like you see, he is already losing so much HP. I again, like you can keep this to 70 and just switch between two person, like healer and one DPS. That's enough. Like usually healer should be able to heal this. uh, my record was just self healing alone was I think 135 now. Like you use dependency on him and you just rotate, and you need kind of like and kind of have timing about like his attacks when they are off cooldown, and when he's gonna use them. And yeah, this is how you see crowd control with sleep. Like it took me like a month to develop this skill, and once I developed it, like it's kind of like fun. You can uh, and yeah, that's it. Will I show like how to drain tank it? I think I will. Here I'll show you how to drain tank this. Yeah, this is how you drain tank. And this is again, you just run from the big guys. And if you have some kind of crowd control, you can crowd control them. But again, like you want to apply some leech on them. But in this case, it's short. You can do this with teaser arrow like this. But again, like it's messy. And you see me like running away. You don't want to get knocked. And yeah, like that's it about Teleious ascending. I can show from tank, like if you can tank him in like DPS role. He really is a joke of a boss as well. But one thing, like it's fun because he's got some kind of mechanic, and it's simple. And yeah, that's your Teleious ascending school. Like that's the best place you can learn like Teleious ascending. Mm, yeah. Ciao.